and I have work experience near about 10 years in cloud, and my subject matter expertise is DevOps and DevSecOps. You can see here the DevSecOps, right? Also, I wrote a couple of blogs and on monthly basis, and I'm a YouTuber, cloud content maker also for technical regarding to the Amazon cloud and all, right? So this is my certifications. I have done my Master of Computer Science, Master of Technology in Computer Science, and these are my professional certificate regarding the Amazon and Red Hat, right? So these are my experience. So this, all those slides are available towards the slide share. Okay, let me just show you how you can reach out to the slide share. Okay, just give me a moment. Okay, so this is the slideshare.net, right? This is where you can able to get all the slides uploaded by me. You just go to my profile and just go here and type Varun Manik, like Manik underscore Varun. So this is the, here you can find out all my, let me give you on the chat, all the previous classes slide or else all the other slides. I'm not able to open the chat section. Is there any restriction?
Okay.
Chat is disabled at my, okay, fine. So this is the slide share link where you can get all the slides for all the sessions. Similarly, we do have some blog, right? This is my Medium blog. Here also you can find the blog related to the machine learning and DevOps. One of the blog I have written the day before yesterday, and this is very simple project about the machine learning, right? So you can just go through that. I'll provide the link to you. You can go over there and you can follow, just click on the follow button and register yourself on the Medium, right? So that you can get the details like how the bloggers can write the blogs here, the technical blogs. So this is a very like 6-minute reading, and this is how we're gonna do the machine learning. Very simple project, and this is done by the by me, and while providing the training to the Varanasi college, right? So 4th of February, I have delivered one more session to the Varanasi, and here is the link. And just one more thing before moving forward. This is my LinkedIn, bro, to everyone, right? So please connect me on LinkedIn. So once you are connected with me on LinkedIn, it will be very easy to reach out to everyone, and also everyone can reach out to me. Hey, sir, this is let's suppose XYZ, and I have taken your class in Access DevOps seminar or Ashoka DevOps seminar, right? So can you please help me out in this? So I might reach out to you, or I can provide my time to you guys, and then I can able to help you out. The overall goal for training this kind of session to aware you about the cloud, and I can able to help you to deliver your project or to able to understand your projects or cloud things, especially in DevOps and DevSecOps and machine learning, right? Not last but not least is here you can go to my YouTube channel. Also, all those video I will collect it from everyone and then put it here. Just search Manik Cloud, and once you click on this Manik Cloud, so this is my YouTube channel where you can able to see all those technical content over here. So yeah. So please do reach out to me LinkedIn. Rest of the link, whether you are interested or not, it is up to you. But please do reach out to me on LinkedIn, right? So let's go for the topic. And here, is it visible to all, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. So welcome to all in the DevOps session 3, and today we are going to learn about the cloud formation and the cloud formation. How does it matter? What is the elastic beanstalk? And then we can do some hands-on. Not some hands-on. Actually, this session is completely based on hands-on session. But before that, I just want to do a recap. Like we have gone through last time about the Git and the code commit, where we have already go through and install the Git locally, and then how we can set up the code commit Git connection with our IAM user, and how does we go through the Git commands in the code commit. We have gone through that. Now, to extend that same knowledge, I wanted to let you know about the cloud formation and how does Git will help you out to maintain your infrastructure code. And once I said infrastructure and all, then I'm gonna explain to you right now, right? But before that, why we are doing on Amazon? Amazon is one of the best service provider in terms of cloud, and this is not from me. This is from the Gartner, and it is well reputed benchmark provider services, the Gartner, right? So you can Google it out also, the Gartner, and this is how the Amazon looks like. And now comes to the DevOps section. Now we are putting some code, right? So related to this code, we have gone through that Git. Now we're gonna learn about the operation thing, like how do you uh, develop your infrastructure as a code. Once I said infrastructure, let me tell you something about that. But before this, what is cloud formation and all? So first of all, let me go through some of the content and then let you know about this. Right? Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So everyone is familiar with this particular screen, right? So now I am going to launch an instance and see what are the clicks and how do I go and launch those things manually. And once it is done manually, then we can automate this one, and you can see how easy to automate this. So I'm going to launch a virtual machine with Linux. So first of all, I wanted to click here, launch instance. This is the first click. Then I wanted to select which operating system to select, like choose. So I'm going with the default one. Second click. Then here we want to choose which kind of specification or instance type we need, how many CPU, what is the memory. So let's suppose if we're gonna choose this T2 small, but for you guys, you can go and choose the free tier only. So this is the third click, and then go for the next. Now I'm doing the fourth time. And here you can see the text box is here, the networking setting is here, the elastic IP is here, and there are so many settings you wanted to do here. So if you want to do the elastic IP or something, right? So these are the basic connection for the Amazon EC2, basic setup for the Amazon EC2, right? And then we gonna click over here. This is the fifth click where we can choose the storage, how much hard disk we required over here and what kind of hard disk. So let's go with the default. So this is my sixth click, and here go for the seventh, then add a tag, which is 8, name, just put like web server. Right, so then go for the security group. Here we have to create a security group or already existing. If it is already exists, then we can just select our any of the port. So let's go with this DevOps, where 22 number port and 80 number port has been opened. We have already discussed how does 22 working and how does 80 working in the previous classes, right? So click here. This is the 10th click, I believe so. And then before launching, we need to set the like read all the specification of our virtual machine, okay, storage and all. So till now I have 15 times clicked. Then this is the click again on launch. Then choose your key pairs. So you can see the drop down. So I already have created this Access DevOps key pair. Then I acknowledge, click over here. So click launch instance. So almost we need to click 20 times, and it required me as a subject matter expert, it required 2 minutes to launch a virtual machine. Am I right?
Yes,
So
sir.
in cloud, let's suppose if you want to create 200 virtual machines, this is just one virtual machine, and this will take almost 2 to 3 minutes to be reached out on a ready state, right? If you can refresh it, then still it is pending. So almost 2 to 3 minutes it will take to make the instances ready. And let's suppose a standard is 3 minutes, and you wanted to create 100 virtual machine for your infrastructure, because a website known as Facebook, a website known as Google, website known as Flipkart or Amazon, they are having a very high workload. So they are running a very big infrastructure behind the scene. So not only 100 servers, there might be millions of servers, right? Millions of container is running behind the scene, right? So for an example, we took one instance to 3 minutes, so 100 instance, that is equivalent to 300 minutes. So if you multiply it by 60 or divide by 60, so there is almost 5 hours. So a person can able to spend 5 hours to launch the 100 machine, especially if it is Linux. If it is Windows, then more than 3 minutes, it will be like 7-8 minutes to become a ready state, right? So in that 5 hours, he just need to repeat the things. Just click here and do all the step 20 times and repeat the things again and again. Make sure this is recording, right? Tripathi?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So 20 times that person or that operation guy or the system administrator or cloud administrator, he or she has to repeat 100, like 20 clicks, like 100 times, and it requires almost 5 hours. It's a very repetitive and boring job. Nobody wanted to do that. And also, if you are going to do or launch your infrastructure in that manner, you are killing your time, you are wasting your amount of energy, as well as you are wasting your organizational time and money, because time is directly proportional to money. So to resolve this kind of issue, we can come with the setup of DevOps. So all those 20 type clicks is called as a operational. Let's suppose this is an operational job. Operational job, right? And then I wanted to make it automate. So for that, I need to develop few lines of code or develop the code. Okay, so once I said DevOps, now here is the exact meaning of DevOps will be coming for a fresher level, right? This is not the exact, but for a student like you, this is how we gonna put the dev from here plus ops from here, operation. So this is how DevOps came in the picture. Now let's run something in the DevOps manner, and then I will explain you how does it work, right? So rather than doing things from here, I can go to the cloud formation. Now the question comes, what is cloud formation? How does it work and all? There are so many questions in your mind, right? So what we can do, we can, there is a slides, and I can explain you from the slides. But before making a theory classes, I moreover believe on the practical sessions, right? So we need to click on the create, right? And then we have to choose the template. So what template? What do you mean by template? So here is the code for launching the same instance. Okay. I, okay. Okay, fine. So this is the code, and I have to write here somewhere this thing. Sorry. Yeah. So this is my pre-built code here, right? And here you can see I can provide the template, version, the description. Guys, if you are not able to understand, please stay with me. This is very interesting. And once you are able to understand, it is a fun. This is the beauty of cloud, right? Just stay with me. So the description, then what resource we wanted to launch. So we wanted to launch a instance. This is how, and this file is known as YML. This writing, we are writing a YAML code, YAML or YML, anything you can pronounce. So this is a YML code, right, where we are launching an instance via the code, and this is the basic code where we just provided the AWS EC2 instance, property, image ID, and instance type, right? So if I can just go to the launch instance here and upload this file, go to the choose file, this is my EC2, and if I can click next, I have to provide the stack name. Let's suppose the stack name is access EC2, right? And click on next, next, and create a stack. So once you click on the create stack, so all your operational work could be converted in the development. And what development? Development of this code. So here the developers comes, like dev comes in the DevOps, and operational I already explained to you, and just wait for that. Now it is creating something. If we can go to this link. So this one is the new instance. You can see the launch time also. Or else go back, because there is a couple of instances, so a little bit confusion. So these two are definitely not, and there is only third running is this. But anyhow, we can confirm it from here. Go back to the cloud formation and refresh it. Now you can see how it created it. User initiated the access EC2, then web app instance, then create complete, and here click on the resources. Then you can able to find this physical ID of this machine. If you can click on this machine ID, it will be going towards this instance ID. So this is how easy it is. But while running the cloud formation script, right? While running this cloud formation, still we have clicked somewhere, right? Click on, okay, let me repeat the step. We have go to and click here, create a stack, then click here, then upload that, then click again, then next, and then it is not 20 clicks, but still we can able to save the time from the operational thing. So how we can able to achieve it from the command line, where you can just run a single command and the instance will be launched. And this is not just about a single instance or single virtual machine. The entire 3-tier architecture, or the entire architecture of your e-commerce website like Flipkart, your social media website like Facebook or something, right? You can create the entire infrastructure within one click. within the help of this code. So this is the basic code. So now I believe you can able to understand what is cloud formation. Am I right, Mayurakshi?
Yes, sir.
Right? So this is how the cloud formation. Let's go back to the slide. Now the first thing is speed up cloud provisioning with the infrastructure as a code. So guys, one more thing, whatever resources we gonna create it here, we're gonna create it in this console, right? All those resources known as the infrastructure. So this is what the infrastructure as a code. If you can see IaaC. Seriously? Yeah. Infrastructure as a code, right? So this is one of the example of infrastructure as a code, right? So all the things which we can create here, this is known as infrastructure. Let's get back to the slide. So scale your infrastructure worldwide and manage resources across all AWS accounts and regions. So might be you have one account of AWS based on your product. Likewise, Flipkart or Paytm, they have multiple accounts. They have multiple infrastructure things. They are a very big product, right? So they have multiple things to manage. So we can able to manage it from CloudFormation. Extend and manage your infrastructure to include cloud resources published as a cloud formation registry. So this is all about the beauty of cloud formation, automation of cloud formation, speed of cloud formation, security of cloud formation, right? And this is how it works. So first of all, we need to write the infrastructure code. And whenever we are uploading it, right, while uploading that code, it will go to the Amazon S3. S3 is a simple storage service from AWS Cloud, Amazon Cloud, which is most suitable service for the storage in the world. And from the S3, it automatically connect with the cloud formation. And once you click it, you can get the output as an infrastructure. Make sense? And again, this is how, like, what is cloud formation? So you create a template that describe all the AWS resources that you want, like Amazon EC2, Amazon RDS, so many things. So I said that multiple resources you can able to create it from the cloud formation. So what is the concept of cloud formation? This is divided into the three part: template, stacks, and change set. What is that? Template, stack, and change set. So I will let you know all those three. So go back over here to your code. So this code is known as the template, right? And once you created a template over here in the cloud formation, this is known as a stack. If you can click on the stack, you can see there is a multiple stack is there. One of them we have created this one. So the stack name is EC2. So this is known as stack. And once you click on the new resources, create stack. So this is the complete property or complete process for creating a stack. So template, the code which is written in YAML JSON is known as a template. And then when it is created, this process or after creation, this stack, here you can see this is known as a stack. Then comes third point, change set. So while working, like, this stack is already running, and if I wanted to make any change in the template and do the changes, I will give you an example in the security group. So don't worry, I will provide the details to you. So this is how we can define stack, change set, and other things. So does it make sense to all?
Yes, sir.
Now you can unmute
Yes,
yourself and tell me whether you can able to understand it or not.
Yes, sir.
No, I got it from your side, Mayurakshi. I just want it from the other student also. Guys, unmute yourself.
Yes, sir.
And just let me know, like till this time, my pace is good and you can able to understand. Let's make it little interactive. Come on.
So, so the cloud services are free or paid?
Of course, it is paid, but pay as you grow. So the resources what you want to use it, you are just paying for the same. You're not paying extra. You are not, and the time you just wanted to delete all the things, you just delete it. Let's suppose you can buy a laptop, right? So you have a project to complete, and then you can buy a laptop near about in 50,000 rupees, right? And after the project completion, you don't want to use that laptop, then you cannot get that 50,000, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
in terms of server, you wanted to host a website or you wanted to run an e-commerce website, something like that, then you need to buy so many of server and infrastructure thing, right? Server, security, firewall and all, right? And you have to pay a lot. But the moment your project is over, this is worthless, right?
Yes,
But
sir.
in cloud, you can straight away delete all the services and save your cost.
Okay, sir.
तो भाई ऐसे नहीं काम चलेगा जब तक आप लोग कुछ बोलेंगे नहीं तब तक मैं एक तरफ से बोलता रहूं इट डज नॉट मेक सेंस टू मी यू हैव टू बी इंटरेक्टिव ऑल ऑफ यू आई एम नॉट गोना मूव फर्दर अंटिल अनलेस यू आर नॉट टॉकिंग टू मी I can see like 72 people are there. So from the faculty side also, if they have any question, they need to interact. All of you, this is my pleasant request to all of you. Please interact with me.
Sir, sir, please explain the tools for DevOps. What are the tools for DevOps, sir?
What are the tool for DevOps? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So one thing what we are learning, this is cloud formation is one of the best tool for DevOps. One thing we already learned GitHub last time. This is the second. Without Git, there is a no mess. Git is a very foundation pillar of the DevOps, right? So GitHub, Bitbucket, Code Commit. So Git as a technology is a foundational pillar from the DevOps. And the second one, we are right now just learning the cloud formation. This is the second tool,
Yes, sir.
infrastructure as a code. Yeah.
I think Ankit Tomar has some question.
Yes, Ankit, go ahead.
Uh, Good afternoon, sir. हेलो
Go ahead.
सर एक्चुअली जैसे कि आपने बताया AWS के बारे में मैंने थोड़ा सा रिसर्च किया था ऑनलाइन तो AWS की सर्विसेज के बारे में तो यहाँ पे काफी सारे रोल्स एंड सॉल्यूशन ट्रेनिंग बाय रोल ट्रेनिंग बाय सॉल्यूशंस ऐसे करके काफी सारे डिफरेंट ट्रेनिंग्स हैं और सर्टिफिकेशंस हैं लाइक आर्किटेक्चर क्राउड प्रैक्टिशनर डेवलपर्स ऑपरेशंस एंड द एडवांस नेटवर्किंग डेटा एनालिसिस तो लाइक इसका सर सेट बाय सेट सर प्रोसेस क्या होगा लाइक how do I start like I
Okay,
have
for the
taken the
starting point, you can see this my certification, right? Then you can see the second last one, the AWS certified practitioner.
yes sir
This is where you can start from. Then the second step is that AWS certified solution architect. Once
but
you
sir
are, yeah,
like sir I am not familiar with the Linux operating system like first I have to learn the basics of the Linux then I have to come for these certification or I could just simply start with exploring all the training programs
यार देखो दो तरीका है बहुत बेसिक लैंग्वेज में बता रहा हूँ अगर लड़ाई जीतनी है या तो लड़ाई में कूद जाओ या तो प्रॉपर ट्रेनिंग लो और फिर लड़ाई में जाओ और जीतो तो
yes
अब
sir
भाई ट्रेनिंग किससे लें कहाँ लें ये तो मुझे नहीं मालूम रहता है और स्पेशली व्हेन आई स्टार्टेड बैक इन 2008 एंड आल्सो नोबडी नोज अबाउट क्लाउड एंड ऑल तो मेरा यही
yes sir
फंडा है यार कि कोई चीज करना है तो लड़ाई में उतर जाते हैं और क्या तो अब जब अगर हम लोग सर्टिफिकेशन की तैयारी करते हैं ठीक we started to prepare the certificate right and then meanwhile Linux will be a major part of that then we can learn the Linux and learning Linux is not more than 3 hours you can learn the basic in 3 hours go to any YouTube channel go to any of the Edureka or any channel right there are multiple YouTube channel you can learn Linux within 2 to 3 hours and once you follow some YouTube channel or once you follow for the certification program then you can able to find it out other things also like what are the Linux See, all the Linux or operating system, you need not to know about that. Which is related to your product or which is related to your workload. You wanted to learn, but some basic like HTTP, SFTP, SSH and all, that you can learn easily within 2 to 3 hours maximum. You wanted to learn in a depth, 1 week to 10 days is sufficient enough.
Okay, sir. Sir,
Yeah.
like in the training by role, what roles, like what they are getting is prepared for?
So that is a separate discussion, Ankit, about the certification. I will take another session for this and the complete entire session about the certificates. So let's
Like,
come
sir, I
back.
also
Yeah, yeah.
like
Go
I
ahead.
also tried to get in touch with you on LinkedIn, but it says me that you have to be premium to send a message to you.
No. You need to first connect with me.
Yeah, I
Send
started following you. Like,
no, don't follow me. Send a friend request to me. Okay.
okay,
So
sir.
this is also a little tricky. Though guys, those who don't know about the LinkedIn, a couple of things. Let me tell you. Let's suppose okay, Ankit. What is your LinkedIn ID?
Sir,
Ankit
Ankit Tomar, A N
Omar.
K I T T O M A R.
Have you mentioned your college name?
Yes,
This is right.
just a second. Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is. So for you, I can see the accept one, but there is, once you go on my profile, click on this more button. And here you can see the connect link. So click on that connect. So the request comes to me, right? And I think
Yes,
you already sent me the request. That
yes,
is
sir.
why
I
it is
did this
able to.
already. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So go to this more button and then send it, right? So here I can accept it, right? This is how
Thank
the
you, sir.
LinkedIn works. Okay. So for certification and all, I can provide you this a separate session. But coming towards the DevOps things comes again. The Git is completed, the cloud formation. So guys, do you able to understand cloud formation? If yes, then interact with me. I can see 73 people. At least 3, 4 people, 5 people can interact to me. Ankit is a regular one who talked to me, right? Mayurakshi is the regular one who talks to me. भाई अगर आप लोग अगर इसमें मन नहीं लगाएंगे just for the quorum, it is not my time is little more worth than this. तो अगर आप पढ़ेंगे नहीं, आप पूछेंगे नहीं, तो फिर मेरा मन नहीं लगेगा. तो मैं आगे नहीं बढ़ रहा हूँ जब तक आप लोग कुछ पूछ नहीं रहे.
Students, speak some questions.
Yeah. Sir, is there a particular language, computer language that we can use for DevOps, or we can use any Python or C?
You can use multiple language, right? But DevOps is not just a tool collection. DevOps is a culture. जब आप इंडस्ट्री में आते हैं तो आपको अलग अलग लोग, अलग अलग टीम मिलती है जो कि आपसे रिलेटेड नहीं होती है, लेकिन डेवऑप्स में आप उन सारी टीमों को एक साथ लेकर और फिर अपने प्रोजेक्ट को रन करते हैं. तो but implementing this CI/CD pipeline and all, then we require the DevOps as a tool. तो वहाँ पे हम मोस्टली इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर एज अ टूल यूज करते हैं, जिसमें टेराफॉर्म इज वन ऑफ द बेस्ट सोल्यूशन, क्लाउड फॉर्मेशन इज वन ऑफ द बेस्ट सोल्यूशन, एंसिबल. So next class will be definitely with Ansible, right? But this we gonna go for the cloud formation and answer to your question. Python, YAML, JSON. So these are the code where you can help out with the DevOps things. Now, few more questions. Yeah, go ahead, Mudit.
Hello, sir. Sir, is कैन आई यूज, जैसे आपने बताया कि हम इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर एज सर्विस ग्रुप में यूज कर सकते हैं, क्या हम प्लेटफॉर्म एज सर्विस, सॉफ्टवेयर एज सर्विस ग्रुप में यूज कर सकते हैं DevOps को?
बिल्कुल यूज कर सकते हैं. बहुत बढ़िया क्वेश्चन है त्रिपाठी जी आपका. अभी मैं आई विल जस्ट एक्सप्लेन the platform as a service. The best example in AWS, I am gonna teach you about the demonstration, teach you about the elastic beanstalk.
Yes sir. जैसे सर आपने एक्सप्लेन किया आपने कि हम लोग इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर एज सर्विस ग्रुप में यूज कर रहे हैं, वैसे प्लेटफॉर्म और इन सब के लिए हम लोग डिस्कस करेंगे.
So platform is one of the example what I am gonna give it, right?
Yes sir.
So चलिए, I think कुछ लोगों ने क्वेश्चन पूछा, but be prepared with your questions. see, I'm speaking at this end. I'm not seeing your face. I'm not present over there. It does not mean that you can just make yourself online and do something or do whatever you wanted to do, right? It is a very important time. So please utilize this time, right? So let's go back to the cloud formation thing. So we know about the template, stacks, and change set. But before this, let me show you this is what is the template formation, AWS template format version. This will specifies the AWS cloud formation template version. For an example, this 210.09.09. This is the specific template version standard template version we are using it. Then the next thing is description. So we need to describe all the things in the template. So likewise, Manik Cloud, build a web stack with the cloud formation. This is the description of your thing. Then comes to the resource, right? Let's go back, comes to the resources. Here, specific the stack resource and their properties, likewise EC2 instance. So in this resources, we are just launching an EC2 instance, and this comes from the EC2 family. Here you can see the EC2 instance family, right? Then it does have some property like which image ID you wanted to do, what is the instance type, and the key pair. Let's suppose key pair is one of the important thing to connect with the AWS, but the instance what we have launched right now, it would not have any key pair. So key pair name is no. So we wanted to add the key pair name also. So in the next example, what I will do, I will create two cloud formation, like two resources in the cloud formation, which is the security group and the instance, right? But before that, let's complete this one. So now mapping we will learn after some time later, not in this class because this is the quite advanced topic. So output, so whatever we are typing there, or whatever infrastructure is created, that output has to be generated somewhere. And in the third YML script, I can show you the output. And parameter, this is how we can get the input, a specific value that you can pass into the template at runtime. So while running the template, we can provide the input. So this is the basic example of the cloud formation thing, right? And here, see, we can create two resources. One is the Amazon EC2 from the previous code, and the another one is security group. And this security group type is from the security group. Then we have a group name with join function. And see this, what is join, what is all this, how to write it. This you need to learn, right? And once you are interested in DevOps, then automatically this question comes to you, and then you can come back to me on LinkedIn, right? So that's how it works. And remember that we have to open the port number 80 for HTTP website, and port number 443 for HTTPS, port number 22 from my IP only. So this is how we're gonna learn about the security group and the EC2. And then in this example, I can change my IP and then show you the change set. But before that, let me tell you what is the role of this port one more time, right? So if I can go to the EC2 instance here, this is the EC2 instance what we launched it, right? And if you can go to the security, so it has launched in the default group. So default group already have port number 22, port number 80. But now we're gonna create a separate security group where we can open the port number 80, 443 and 22. Let's run this one. So previous example, I have go through that stack and then upload it from the file. Here I can give one more example, create template in designer. Just click on this is the second method for the cloud formation. Then go back here, just copy all the code here and then paste it. Go to the template, Control A, Control V. Now here's two options. One is JSON and second one is YAML. So I have written my code in the YAML, and if I can refresh this page, you can visualize also with plus sign. So there is one security group and there is one instance, right? Similarly, if you can launch a very big infrastructure, then you can able to see that also. So to validate whether this code is right or wrong, you just click on this checkbox. It is valid. Click on the upload button. Now it is going for the same place where we have uploaded from our system, right? Last time we click here, and this time we are getting all the things from the designer, and here you can see this is the S3 location. So AWS, we do have a simple storage service. It is sending my code or uploading my code back into the S3. Click on the next. Give any name like access, EC2, and security group. Click on next. Next. And next. Now it will create a security group also, and we can see inside the resource. Just give some time. It will creating a security group here. And once the security group is created, now it is completed. You can see. Right? So with the time duration, what is in progress, what is completed, you can able to find it out here. Now it is creating the another EC2 instance. Now we have two EC2 instances. One is the previous one, and one is created just now. We can also put the tag in the code, but I'm just leaving as it is. So go back to the CloudFormation, refresh it here. Still it is creating in progress. It will take another 30 seconds to 1 minute. But here you can see the web security group is already created in the resource section, and this is the new instance with 741. Go back to your EC2, 741. So this is the newly instance created, and if you can click it from here or click it from here, you can able to redirect to the same virtual machine. Now in this you can see the security group. Click it here, and then you can see it is open for port number 22, 80, and 443. This is how we have launched two resources. One is Amazon instance, the virtual machine, and the second one is the security group. Security group is nothing but a firewall, right? So if you are not familiar with security group and all, then it is a kind of firewall where you can control who can come and who can access to your server or virtual machine. Created successfully. Now the third thing what I'm going to show you is the change set. So this is completed, right? Event is completed. Now I wanted to make some changes in my code and make it to the 443, or just add one more IP, one more port, which is 8080. So just copy it, paste it here, and just make it 8080. 8080 and save it. Right? Go over here. Then here you can see create stack or here you can see the update. Now the change set came in the place. So just click on the update. Now which template you wanted to open. So either you can open from the designer or you can open from the your device, right? Replace the current template, and here is already my template is done. The security group. Click on next, 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 and here you can see the view change set within 30 seconds or a minute. It will tracking care like what is the change. Now here you can see modify. It will modify what modification. It will modify this security group, right? Replacement is false. Only it will modify. It won't delete and create again. Only modify, because right now we only have 3 port to open. Now the 4th port will gonna be open here. If you can update the stack. So this is how the change set is came in the place. Now it's update in the progress, and after a few seconds it should be ready. If you can go to the EC2 and just refresh here. Now you can see the 8080. So similarly, rather than moving from the console or moving from the web access GUI, the graphical user interface, we just make a changes to port number 8080 and just run that code, and that will work. So this is just a simple example, right? But for the real-time infrastructure, there is a lot of things you have to do manually. So better to save the time, and these all things need to be uploaded in the GitHub so that anybody can access your code in your team. And whatever you wanna make a change, then this is the version 1, right? And again, I have added these 4 lines, so this will be the version 2. So the Git or code commit, whatever I have taught you, came in this picture to maintain your versions of your code. So somebody wants to, let's suppose something is wrong in the code. So people can go and revert from the previous version. So that's how Git is connected. The last class is connected to this class, right? So the last example what I'm giving about the DevOps is creating an elastic IP also and providing the output section. So that let's complete it in a fast manner so I can tell you one more thing. Here in the cloud formation, you can't see any output, right? But in this section, I'm gonna run a stack which can create an elastic IP also. So what is elastic IP? Elastic IP is a static IP while your machine is running or your machine is restarting or you're shutting it down, but the IP would not be changed. So let me just run it quickly. EIP or elastic IP. Okay. So this is how it is failing and saying that the security group what you are asking is already created. So in the previous example, we have created the same security group. So let me change the name, make it like web EIP, elastic IP. Okay. Then save it and then again run the new stack. Upload it. So those who do not know Elastic IP, let me just quickly tell you. If I can stop this instance, so this particular IP will be gone. And once you restarted, wait, yeah, any of them. So this Elastic IP, IP, this is the public IP from where you can access your website last time. So this, once you stop it and start your machine again, then this should be gone. So for making it consistent for a real-time scenario, let's suppose you are running a website and your IP is changing, then nobody can access your website. So for accessing your website, for accessing your product, you need a static IP which cannot be changed. So you can go to the, for GUI, just I'm teaching you here, Elastic IP. Go to the Elastic IP and just allocate one Elastic IP for you. Click here and then allocate one, and this can be allocated. And now you can click here and allocate with your any of the associate with any Elastic IP, right? So these are the instances. Automatically it can see, I can choose with anyone, right? But I don't want to do that. This is what the concept of Elastic IP. Let's go back to the CloudFormation. Now refresh it. Now I can see it is already in the progress. And if I can go to the EC2 dashboard, or go back to the CloudFormation, go to the resources. So here you can see this is the Elastic IP created by this CloudFormation template. This is the web instance, right? So if I can click on this instance, select it, we can see this is an Elastic IP, right? So this is how we have created, successfully launched 3 resources with single template, which first one is the EC2 instance, second one is the security group, and third one is the Elastic IP. So this is how the CloudFormation works. And one more thing I wanted to tell you, platform as a service. So there is a service known as Elastic Beanstalk. Let's suppose you don't want to do anything, being a coder or being a developer, you just wanted to write the code and you say that, okay, I don't want to learn the infrastructure as a code. I don't want to create my own infrastructure. I just wanted to do something with the coding stuff. That's all. So here the Elastic Beanstalk came in the picture. If you can go for the create new environment, then it will asking like what environment you wanted to create. So let's go for the simple one, the web server. Put the application name, which is, let's suppose, Manik Cloud, and access. This is my application name. So tagging, I don't want to give any tag. Then domain and all not required. So now here it asking like what do you want to launch. So if you have a Docker to run as a system, run as an infrastructure, or Glassfish, Go, Java, Node.js, PHP, Python, Ruby, as well as you have multiple options here, Tomcat, right? So let me go with the simple option with PHP. Click on the PHP. It will automatically install all the PHP 8.0 version on your machine. It will launch the machine. And this is how the platform 3.310 is already there for PHP, right? You want to go for a simple application or you wanted to upload your code. So I wanted to go with the simple application. So just click on the create environment and you can see within few minutes this is the log for that. Within couple of minutes, a virtual machine will be created and the PHP code will be deployed to virtual machine, and you can click on the link and your virtual machine with the PHP code. That means your website is running within couple of minutes, right? So just look it over here. If you can name it, The rest of the tab I'm just closing, except the Elastic Beanstalk. And behind the scene, just wanted to let you know, behind the scene, as a platform, as a service, right? The Elastic Beanstalk also launch a stack, and this is the code of your Elastic Beanstalk. If you can go to the templates, it is written inside the JSON. And if you can go and just check on the designer, meanwhile it is created, let's go to the designer and see how it looks like. So these are the resources is gonna create for your sample application. And if you can look it into the resources, right, just for a moment, it will create a auto scaling policy. Remember last time I have given an example. Let's suppose there is a 10 user, then you need one instance. There is a 10,000 user or 1 million user. Automatically your infrastructure will be scaled in and scale out. So it is created a load balancer for you. It is created a listener for load balancer. It is created the scaling policy based on your load. At peak time, it will scale up, as well as once your load is down, then it will scale in. Right, then it will create the alarm also. If there is something goes wrong, then you can notify on the alarm. It is creating a security group. It is creating a waiting condition, right? So these all are the resources has been created by the Elastic Beanstalk within couple of clicks, right? If you can go again and check, now it is initializing your instance. So go back to the EC2 instance. Now this is the newly created instance, right? And it is created in this time. You need not to copy and paste your IP over here to run the website, because the load balancer and the security group would not allow this IP to go, right? So for that, they will provide you the domain name itself. Now this is the domain name. Just go back to the environment. Now this is my environment. If you can click here, still it is running, but still it is pending. So it took some time from the load balancer side to up and running, right? So let's wait for 1 minute. Instance deployment is completed. Somebody needs to mute. So what are the resources it created? Let me tell you. If I can go to the load balancer, you can see it automatically created the load balancer for your infrastructure, for your application, right? So one of them is created by your application, and this application is only open for the listener port number 80, right? So these are the rules it is already created for you. So see, this is one of the single template that can be run in this manner. So this is a big thing what I have created within a minute with the help of the platform as a service as Elastic Beanstalk. Now it is ready. If you can click here, you can see your basic PHP application is already running. If you want to develop your code, then just go over there and then upload your code will be deployed, right? Click on the environment name, and then from here go to the action or upload your deploy code. So you just need to write your code in PHP and choose your file and then deploy it from here, right? So I think that's all from the Elastic Beanstalk. But before moving towards you, this is the template. I just wanted to tell you one thing. If you can copy this template, which is written in JSON, open a Google tab and put JSON to YAML. The first link, because I am not comfortable, especially with JSON, so many brackets and all, but in this YAML form I can able to read multiple things, right? And I can able to understand. So see, this is already pre-built code for you for DevOps, right? So the code what I have showed here is just 4 lines to launch an EC2 instance, but if you can see, the number of lines written by this code is much more. So this is how DevOps came in the picture, right? If I can go, yeah. So they have written somewhere around 1,342 lines of code to launch the entire application, and that has been launched multiple resources, what you can see in the designer, right? So this could be affected, like you cannot imagine that how much time you can save for you and for your company. And once it is written, then there is no chance for the error. So human error is also gone. So there is lot of time saving. So I think that's all for the hands-on for the day. And yeah, this is how the JSON codes I already explained to you. And this is Elastic Beanstalk. Now you can see easy to use service for deploying and scaling the web application service deployed with Java, .NET, PHP, Node.js, Python, and all, right? So that's all. And link I already shared to you. Now question and answer.
Good afternoon, sir.
Jamil, you wanted to
Yes.
say, yeah, go ahead.
Sir, what other web services we can use except AWS?
See, web services and AWS both are different. This is Amazon Web Services is example of cloud technology. That is one of the product. You can utilize Microsoft Azure from Microsoft. You can utilize Google Cloud Platform, which is GCP, and then you can utilize Alibaba. You can utilize IBM. You can utilize Rackspace. So there are several cloud services provider, and Amazon is one of the cloud services provider.
Thank you, sir.
Answer to your question, you can go for the Microsoft and Google. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Sir, how can we use AWS day off in different companies?
So this is what I am teaching you. The entire class is regarding answer to your questions. This is how we use the DevOps in different company with different approaches. Likewise, I have given 4 example to you. One example for simple EC2 instance. Let's suppose you are a student, you wanted to just learn, then you can go for the simple EC2. And if you are running a company or you are a professional developer, then you can go for the Beanstalk and just upload your code. So based on your requirement, you can utilize the DevOps things. Right?
Hello,
Yes, Vikas.
sir. As you told, they are the git where we can write our code. Okay, sir. When anyone change that code, then that effect is shown in our system or not?
It can be shown. You have to write the command git log. Once you write the log command, it can be you can able to see that who
Okay,
made
sir.
what changes.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Better you can go through the last video.
Sir,
बोलिए अंकल.
sir, in Elastic Beanstalk, we have seen that it is going to manage everything on their own. Like if we have multiple persons on our site on our server, it's going to just increasing the amount of holders. Like for example, if we have many holders or visitors on a website, increases the like I'm not able to explain.
हिंदी में बोल दो भाई.
सर हिंदी में बोल तो दूं, बट लेकिन आप जब उसमें समझा रहे थे मल्टीपल ब्लॉक्स, आपने मुझे डायग्राम में शो किए थे कि
हाँ.
हमारा फायरवॉल भी खुद ही मैनेज करेगा और ये हमारे
Okay, so you wanted to ask if the load on your website is very high, then
यस
how does it scale out? Okay, तो वो अपने से इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर बढ़ने को स्केल आउट स्केल इन कहते हैं, ठीक?
जी
जब इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर एक सर्वर है वो ऑटोमेटिकली 2 सर्वर हो जाएगा, then 2 to 4, 4 to 6, 4 to 8, right? So this
जी
process is known as scale outing. And let's suppose at 2 p.m. Like अभी 26 जनवरी को कैंपेन चली थी ना फ्लिपकार्ट की, कुछ टीवी की
यस
कैंपेन
सर
या कुछ भी चलती रहती है, तो इस तरह के कैंपेन में दे एक्सपेक्टिंग मल्टीपल यूजर्स, लाइक मेनी यूजर्स आर
यस सर
कंपेयर टू द नॉर्मल टाइम. So the background infrastructure must be scaling position based on the user. Automatically the entire infrastructure will be scale up. मतलब खुद से ही बढ़ जाएगा और खुद से ही कम हो जाएगा. This is what you wanted to ask, right?
like sir, when we have a sale on our website, like the sale on Amazon or sale on another different platforms, they are using the multiple scaling concept for managing the all the public.
Yes. So for that you need to learn about the certification,
Yes sir.
certified solution architect.
Okay sir, thank you.
Yeah. You are muted. You are muted, Tripathi ji. Unmute.
Sir. So is there any criteria for defining how many virtual machines can be created?
Depending on your workload and depending on the experience of solution architect, like I'm a solution architect, so you can come with your proposal that Mr. Manik, I wanted to deploy this application in the cloud. So being a consultant, I can get your requirement. फिर मैं अपना पूरा डायग्राम बनाऊंगा, आपको जो भी चीजें करनी प्रपोजल तैयार करके आपको बताऊंगा और समझाऊंगा कि ओके दिस इज द आर्किटेक्चर डायग्राम, व्हाट आई वांटेड टू डू दैट, एंड दिस इज द कॉस्टिंग बिहाइंड दिस. This is resource costing, like engineer likes me, consultant likes me, and this is the cost for the Amazon Web Services or cloud services.
Thank you.
Yep. Anyone else? Okay, then we can wind up this session.
Yes, sir.
Sir,
बोलिए.
sir, what are the security measures we can take, like we are deploying our particular code on different server and multiple platforms, like what are the measures we can take, like we create a firewall, is it enough for the security perspective?
Then just write it down, whatever I'm going to speak. Go for the security benchmark, CSI security benchmark. Just Google it out and then you can able to know about the security.
So CSI security benchmark.
Yes.
Thank you sir.
So I would like officially to call Mr. Durgesh Tripathi for vote of thanks.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Over to you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Mayurakshi, yeah.
Yes, sir. So I, on the behalf of Access Colleges, Institution, Innovation Council, and the entire team, extend my gratitude and a very heartfelt vote of thanks to Mr. Varun, sir, for your inspiring and encouraging words. Thank you, sir, for your valuable time and informative session. Chairman,
Thank
sir,
you.
the respected director, sir, for providing the support to make the webinar successful. I extend my gratitude to Dr. Shubha Jain, Vice President of Institution Innovation Council, for organizing a webinar. I must not forget to thank the students for their active participation and patient listening. Thank you everyone once again for making it a great success. Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
sir.
Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you sir.